very good evening to all mages and pious yogis. This evening, we shall discuss the practice of Vipassana meditation based on the discourse. This discourse is known as the simile of the vipers. As you know, viper is a kind of a poisonous snake, venomous snake. The Buddha said, suppose there were these four vipers of fierce heat and deadly venom. So a man would come along, a man just like any one of you, wanting to live, not wanting to die, always desire to be happy, and averse to suffering. Then some people would tell him, good man, these four vipers are of fierce heat and deadly venom. You have to take care of these four vipers. From time to time, they must be lifted up. From time to time, they must be bathed. From time to time, they must be fed. In other words, you have to feed these four vipers. From time to time, you must make them lie down to rest. But if one of the vipers is not happy with you, become angry with you, then good man, you will meet death or deadly suffering. So they tell this good man, do whatever has to be done. So yeah, if it were you, do you dare to take care of these four vipers as instructed by these people? So you dare not take care of these four vipers. You could be afraid of them being killed by these vipers. So similarly, this good man, afraid of these four vipers of fierce heat and deadly venom, then he would flee. Flee means running away, running away, want to escape. So he would flee in one direction or that direction. So this man also will be doing all kinds of tricks in order to escape, so that he will not be caught by the people or by the people. Then these people then tell him, good man, there are these five murderous enemies are pursuing you. These five murderous enemies were thinking, if we see this man, see him, we will take his life right on the spot. Then these people also told this good man, do whatever has to be done. So what should be done by this good man? As he desire to live, does not want to die, definitely he would run away. He would flee to this direction, running here and there. It's because he is afraid of these four vipers and the five murderous enemy. That's why he will be running here and there to escape, so that his life will not be murdered or taken away. Then these people were thinking maybe his intimate companions will be able to catch him. Then they told him, good man, a sixth murderer, murderer number 6, an intimate companion is pursuing you with a drawn sword. Sword means a long knife. So this intimate companion was thinking, wherever I see him, I will cut off his head right on the spot. So if this murderer is chasing after you, then what should be done by you? Then definitely you run to a safe place. So these people told this good man, do whatever has to be done. So this man definitely afraid of the four vipers. The four vipers is so fierce, deadly venom, and also fear of the five murderous, five murderous enemies, and then the murder number 6, the intimate companion with a drawn sword, all coming, pursuing him. So this man definitely would run run away, free in one direction or another. Then he see an empty village, and he went inside the village. There are houses in the village, but when he enter these houses, all the houses are void, like deserted and empty. Then they tell him that the village attacking the courts. The court means like bandits, armed bandits, or robbers armed with all kind of weapons. You raid this empty village. So although this is an empty village, yet it's still not safe, because the courts or the armed robbers or bandits will come attack the village at any time, or raid the village at any time. So definitely this good man desire to live, he does not want to die. You run, you flee to this direction or that direction, looking for some safe place. Then finally he came to a place, seeing a great expanse of water, but the near shore, beside shore, is still dangerous and fearful. It is because, as you know, the four vipers of fierce heat and deadly venoms, the five murderous enemy, murderer number 6, and intimate companions, and these armed robbers and bandits are hotly pursuing him. Then he was thinking, if he could cross over to the other shore, or the further shore, it was safe and free from danger. But there was no boat or ferry boat or bridge for him to cross over from this shore to the further shore. So how is he going to cross to the other far shore or the further shore? Assuming that you wish to escape from all this kind of danger, and to save your own life, then what should be done by you? So definitely, if the further shore is safe, free from danger, definitely you want to run over to the far shore. Then he was thinking that maybe by collecting all the grass, twigs, branches, leaves of the trees, and bind them together into a raft, and by means of this raft, making an effort with his hand and feet, then he could get safely across to the far shore. So this man would collect grass, twigs, branches, leaves of the tree, and bind them together into a raft. And by means of that raft, he also had to make an effort with his hand and feet, or means like paddling the raft with his hand and feet. Then finally, he get safely across to the further shore. So finally, he has crossed over the as vast expanse of the water and has and reached the other shore, and he could stand on the high ground and be feeling safe, no more dangers. So do you know or understand these similes? So what are these four vipers? The four vipers of fierce heats and deadly venom are the destination for the four elements: the earth element, water element, the heat element, and the air elements. So if we look at it in the conventional reality, these four elements actually constitute the body. So just like this man have to take care of these four vipers by bathing the four vipers, feeding the four vipers, and lift up the four vipers, make the four vipers lie down to rest, and so on. Similarly, this body of yours also must be bathed or must be bathed. You must feed the bodies. You also must let the body lie down to rest. Then in the early morning, you must make an effort to make this body to rise up. But sometimes you may be reluctant to rise up. You might think this body is heavy and lazy. But who is actually lazy and heavy? You might say the body is heavy, lazy to get up. But actually, who is actually feel lazy, heavy to get up? Is your mind feeling lazy, heavy? But you may say my body is very heavy, difficult to rise the body up. But you might not think this body is like the four vipers, very venomous. To those who are young, the youth love the body so much, they may spend a lot of time, effort to beautify the body. But when one is growing old, the body also getting old, then how do you feel? You may not feel that this body is so lovely anymore. You may not take delight in your body. You may also experience it during meditation. As the body is growing older and older, you may find more and more difficult to cultivate the mind. Then, what's the simile for these five murderous enemies? The five murderous enemies are the five aggregates. So, five aggregates are known as Sakaya and Pali. But it's because of ignorance, then one would cling to these five aggregates. So as you know, there are these five aggregates subject to clinging, material form aggregates subject to clinging, the feeling aggregate subject to clinging, the perception aggregate subject to clinging, the volitional formations or aggregate subject to clinging, as well as the consciousness aggregate subject to clinging. So that's why the Buddha expounded the first discourse, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, then what did Buddha say about the first noble truth? So in the first noble truth, the Buddha say birth is suffering, old is suffering, death is suffering, pain is suffering, and so on. Then finally the Buddha say, in brief, the five aggregates of clinging are the truth of suffering. but it is not easy to realize that the five aggregates of clinging are the truth of suffering. Only those who practice mindfulness meditation, Vipassana meditation, and able to attain deep concentration in those momentary concentration, then they begin to realize the noble truth of the truth of suffering. So, in other words, the five aggregates of clinging are the object of Vipassana meditations. The word Vipassana, as explained in the previous talk, Vipassana means insight knowledge. Insight knowledge that realizes the true nature of mental and physical phenomena through personal experience or direct experience. So if you aspire to develop insight, or insight means jnana or panya, wisdoms, then you have to take the five aggregates as the object of mindfulness meditation. That's why we do not take external phenomena as an object of mindfulness meditation during the practice. It's because we want to gain personal experience or direct experience into the true natures of the five aggregates of clinging. That's why we must be mindful of our own five aggregates. Then, what's the simile for the murderer number 6? What's the simile for the murderer number 6? Which is your intimate companion in your life? You should love your intimate companions by right, isn't it? It's similar to your intimate friends, always staying together, goes up to watch movie together, enjoying some fun together. But in the teaching of the Buddha, these intimate friends, in fact, is not a good friends. So this intimate companion with drawn sword is a destination for Nandi Raga. Nandi Raga. Nandi means delight, taking delight. Raga means lust. So, is there any fun if you have Nandi Raga as your intimate friends? So, if one who understand the teachings, then one will realize that Nandi Raga is the cause of suffering. It's the truth for the origin of suffering. So this the Nandi Raga is very mean, very fierce. If Nandi Raga see you clinging to a sensual object, a special sensual objects, then Nandi Raga would cut off your head. Here, it means that Nandi Raga, when Nandi Raga see you enjoying some special object of sensual pleasure, that Nandi Raga will cut off your head of wisdoms. It's because of ignorance or lacking of wisdom. Then one would take delight in the sensual object, take delight in the sensual pleasures. Then eventually they may develop more and more attachment, clinging, and so on. Then it's because of this attachment, then what will happen? Then the Nandi Raga will send you to the ocean of samsara, in other words, taking birth again and again in the samsara. So this man wants to live this life dead. Definitely will be running to a safe place. So he has arrived at the empty village. So what was this? Was the this simile, what's the simile for empty village? So the empty village is a destination for the 6 internal sense bases. Assuming that if that person is a wise person or intelligent person, then he would examine these 6 internal sense bases. For example, he would examine the year. This year would appear to him void or hollow, empty. So similarly, if that person who is wise and intelligent, then he would examine by way of the ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind. All appear to be void or hollow, empty. So what's the meaning of a void, hollow, and empty? Here, void or empty means sunya or sunya. In other words, is there an abiding self? Is there an abiding self or everlasting self or soul? Is there an abiding self in these 6 sense bases? But in their ultimately, all are void of self. All are void of self. Then, what's the simile for the village attacking dacoits? Dacoits mean armed robbers or armed thieves. So, the village attacking dacoits is a destination for the 6 external sense bases. So why these why we say that these 6 external sense bases are the dacoits, or is like a robbers or bandits? When you have eyes, then what do you see? Then you could see all kinds of visible objects. When you have ear, then you could hear all kinds of sound. When you have the nose, then you come to perceive all kinds of odor. When there's a tongue, then the tongue will come to taste all kinds of flavors. The body will come into contact with tactile objects, potapa. And then the mind will cognize mental objects or dharma. So these external sense objects agreeable to you all the time or disagreeable to you most of the time. Actually, both means that agreeable and disagreeable. In other words, very often the eye is attacked by agreeable and disagreeable form. The ear is attacked by agreeable and disagreeable sound or voice. And the nose is attacked by the agreeable and disagreeable odor. And the tongue is also attacked by agreeable and disagreeable flavors. The body is also attacked by agreeable and disagreeable tactile objects. And the mind is also attacked by agreeable and disagreeable mental objects. So though we say that the 6 internal sense bases like the empty village, yet these armed robbers or armed bandits want to attack this empty village or empty houses. So if you do practice mindfulness meditation, Vipassana meditation, and able to develop wisdoms from your practice, then you may understand the teaching well. Then this good man keep on running or fleeing, looking for a safe place. Then he come to see the great expanse of water. So what's the simile for this great expanse of water? So this great expanse of water is a destination for 4 kinds of oga or fruits, or translated as fruits in English, oga. There are 4 kinds of oga. The first is the fruit of sensuality, or kama oga. Then the second bhavoga, or inner bhava oga, the fruit of existence, or the fruit of craving for becoming. The third is ditoga, ditoga means ditti and oga, the fruits of views, or views means ditti, wrong view. And the fourth is aviyoga, aviyoga means avidya and oga, fruits of ignorance. So why are these defilements called oga or fruits? When there's a strong fruits, the fruits will be sweeping away of many properties into the sea or ocean. So similarly, this oga is known as fruits, because these 4 kinds of oga sweeping all the ignorant, all the worldlings, putujana, into the oceans of samsara, or the ocean of existence. And it's not easy to cross over these fruits. Then the near shore, or this side shore, which is dangerous and fearful. Do you know what this simile for? What is the immediate cause of arising mental defilements and evil deeds? This is known as Sakaya Ditti, or Ditti. So it's a wrong view of personality, or wrong view of individuality. So it's because of ignorance of Sakaya, or Sakaya means 5 aggregates. Then that's why there's a arising of Ditti, or the view of self, the view of everlasting self. So when there's this notion of self, then this self definitely will desires for pleasant feeling, happy feeling, and so on. And when the craving getting stronger and stronger, that stronger and stronger craving give rise to clinging, or upadana. So that's why it's important to remove ditti, which is the what called immediate task or responsibility of a mindfulness meditators. Then what's this further shore, or the far shore? You might have heard before, or sometimes the teaching use a further shore as a destination for nibbana. So sometimes the Buddha explains with nibbana with other words. So for example, kema. Kema means safe, free from danger. How to reach a safe place. How to reach the safe place. So to cross these oceans, this vast expanse of water, you need to make a raft. So the raft here is a destination for the Noble Eightfold Path. As you know, Noble Eightfold Path consists of 8 factors. So where do you find these 8 factors of the path? All the 8 factors of path are mental factors. So you need to put forth effort to develop these 8 mental factors of the path in you. So to cross the ocean, that meant make use of the raft. He must be paddling the raft with the hands and the feet. So the simile for making effort with hands and feet is a destination for the arousing of energy or effort, viriya. So when that good man has crossed over to the further shore finally, then he will stand on a high ground. So this simile is a destination for the arahant. So during the practice of mindfulness meditation, effort is the foundation of the success. If the effort is weak, the mind could be wandering here and there. When the effort is weak, then meditators could be overcome by the hindrance of sloth and torpor, in other words, falling to sleepiness, drowsiness, sluggishness, and so on. So it is important to increase the mental effort gradually. So Virya is one of 5 mental faculties. The first mental faculty is Saddha, confidence. So you will have Saddha, confidence in the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, as well as the training that leads to attainment enlightenment, Vipassana. Then you would be able to put forth strenuous effort into the practice. One of the way to arouse Saddha is to the practice of Buddhanusati, Dhammanusati, and Sanghanusati. So, for example, Buddhanusati is not merely chanting the 9 chief attributes of the Buddha. If you chant the attributes without much attention, there is merely sound only. That's why it's important that as you chant, you must also be mindful or contemplate on the meaning of the attribute. As you know, Buddhanusati, Dhammanusati, Sanghanusati are the objects of samatha bhavana. So in other words, by meditating on the attributes of the attributes of Buddha, the attributes of Dhamma, attribute in the Sangha, that's why you develop confidence or Saddha. So Anusati means recollections of the attributes again in the mind. So, for example, when you have strong confidence in the attributes of Arahant, then definitely you would, we can say like you appreciate these attributes very high, giving a high respect to these attributes. For example, one of the meanings of Arahant is that this enemy, these defilements have been uprooted by path knowledge. That's why the Buddha or the Blessed One is endowed with these attributes of Arahant. So when you have confidence in the enlightenment of the Buddha, then definitely you put effort to follow the path that has been perfected by the Buddha, that has been taught by the Buddha. So definitely you would put forth strenuous effort to develop the path by the practice of Satipatthana meditations. So when you could put forth effort, then you will not let your mind wandering here and there, thinking all sorts of things. So you will not let the mind to fall into sleepiness or laziness or sluggishness. When meditators are able to put strenuous effort in the practice, then the mindfulness also will become more and more attentive and precise and energetic. When you are able to put forth virya in those mental effort in the practice, then you can pay your attention well at that present moment to whatever object that's arising at that present moment. If the effort is weak, then definitely the awareness or mindfulness is also not clear. In other words, meditators have to put forth effort to cultivate the mindfulness so that the mindfulness is getting stronger, clearer, or sharper. We do not make the object clearer, but we put effort to strengthen the mindfulness, to make the mindfulness clearer, sharper. The meditators need to develop mindfulness constantly, continuously, from one moment to next moment. That's why we always instruct meditators to practice momentum mindfulness at least for a period of 4 to 5 hours every day. But meditators still need to put enough effort to develop mindfulness at other period of time. So during a period of 4 to 5 hours, meditators have to put slightly more effort to develop mindfulness, either during walking meditation or sitting meditation or doing some daily routine activities. For example, if you do not have interview in the afternoon, then could be the best period of time to develop momentum mindfulness. Or if you do have an interview in the afternoon, then you may have to choose another suitable period of time. Momentum mindfulness means meditators are able to mindful and note from one moment to next moment, or from 1 second to next second. But it could be quite stressful or tiring to the mind if the mind is not ready to mindful of every object from one moment to next moment. If meditators do feel quite stressful or experience a lot of tension, when they try to develop moment-to-moment mindfulness, then they can reduce a little bit effort. But in reality, tension or feeling stressful can be taken as an object of mindfulness meditation. If meditators know how to mindful of the tension of mind or tension of body, then they come to realize that the tension is not an everlasting process. If meditators are able to mindful and note the tension well, of feeling stressful precisely, or tightness of the mind and body precisely, and they can perceive the passing away of this phenomena, then they may not have to reduce the effort. So if meditators follow the guideline or the principle of mindfulness meditation, then they should mindful whatever object or phenomenon or feeling perceived by the mind at that present moment. For example, if meditators feel tension, then they face with it, be mindful of it. Or they should not make an effort to relax it. Sometimes some meditators know it as relax when they feel tension or tightness of the mind or the body. But this is not the way of mindfulness. We do not try to change the phenomenon, but we want to develop knowledge by being mindful of that phenomenon as it really occurs. So when meditators are able to put forth effort and able to increase the effort gradually, and the effort is stable, then the mindfulness will become more and more constant and continuous for longer and longer period of time. So when there's constant and continuous mindfulness, then the result is deeper and deeper concentration. When there's deeper and deeper concentration, then the result is meditators shall be realizing clearer and clearer experience of Vipassana meditation. That's why meditators have to know that from their personal experience, whether or not they have made progress in mindfulness. That's why in the interview, the most important about the interview is meditators is able to report about their practice, especially on the way of cultivating mindfulness, making noting, and able to develop constant and continuous mindfulness for longer and longer period of time. When there's constant and continuous mindfulness and deeper concentration, then the characteristics of the phenomena will unfold by itself. So meditators should concentrate on the effort to develop the mindfulness. So this is the immediate purpose of practicing mindfulness. As long as the mindfulness is weak and there's no deep concentration, then meditators will not be able to gain clear experience or profound experience. So I wish all meditators always be heedful to the teaching of Buddha on this discourse, the simile of the vipers, so that you could put forth effort to overcome these enemies and reaching the far shore eventually.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.